Is the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star Kyle Richards back with Morgan Wade after witnessing her ex-husband's public display of affection? After arriving in Greece, Mauricio was greeted by a young woman shortly after his arrival. Despite the fact that she was immediately all over him, he was able to reciprocate her affections. Taking all of this into consideration, is Kyle regaining her power by reigniting the flame with Morgan? Continue reading for further information. Rhobh. In the midst of Mauricio's girlfriend's public display of affection, Kyle Richards is back with Morgan. It was earlier in the week when Mauricio arrived in Greece following his flight. Soon after arriving at the airport, he was greeted by a woman who remained a mystery. He was greeted with a loving embrace from her, and after that, they went in for a passionate kiss. This did not look to be a fresh romance, and it didn't appear to be slowing down just yet. On the beach, the two individuals have been seen having a good time together and enjoying their time together. In light of this development, his estranged wife, Kyle Richards, updated the bio section of her Instagram account. It appeared that this was the final nail in the coffin, so she pulled the word wife out of the sentence. In spite of the fact that she had apparently discussed the matter with a divorce attorney, and that Mauricio has his own residence, the two remained quite friendly. They got together not too long ago in order to present their youngest daughter, Portia, with her very first automobile, a Porsche. Since there is no turning back now, Kyle has decided to reignite her relationship with country singer Morgan Wade as a result of this information. Kyle had been spending a significant amount of time with Morgan for a long time, which sparked rumors of a romantic relationship between the two. As if they had gotten together, she even made an appearance on the 13th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. Fans and other cast members remarked on how much more excited Kyle appeared to be when she was with Morgan as opposed to when she was with Mauricio. It was reported by Page Six that Kyle was by Morgan's side when Mauricio began displaying his new lady some public displays of affection. While attending the Minnesota Yacht Club Festival in St. Paul, Kyle Richards was able to witness Morgan's performance. While she was singing along backstage, she wore a smart blue and black dress with black sunglasses. However, many have had a difficult time believing that Kyle and Morgan are simply best friends. Kyle has insisted that they are just friends. As Kyle Richards revealed, she was uncertain about whether or not she would return for the 14th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. The past 2 seasons have been difficult for her because she has been involved in a conflict with her sister, Kathy Hilton, as well as having problems in her marriage. It was less than desirable to go in front of a camera and reveal all that was going on in my life. After then, it is said that Bravo issued ultimatums to both her and Dorit Kemsley. They were required to disclose every aspect of their lives and relationships, or else they would not be allowed to return. What this meant was that Kyle had to be honest about her and Morgan. When will she be? On the other hand, would she continue to insist that they are merely close friends and that she is too shattered to date? In order to show his disdain for Mauricio, do you believe that Kyle Richards went to Morgan's? The world of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has never been short on drama, but this season, the storyline weaving through Kyle Richards, Mauricio and country singer Morgan Wade has left fans with whiplash. Whispers of rekindled friendships, broken promises, and messy romantic entanglements have reached a fever pitch, leaving everyone asking the same burning question. Is Kyle really back with Morgan just as Mauricio flaunts his new girlfriend? Mauricio's PDA sparks chaos. The flashbulbs never stop when Mauricio steps into the spotlight, especially now that his split from Kyle is public knowledge. But recently, the buying Beverly Hills star has leaned into the attention in a way that has fans buzzing, and not always in support. His recent sighting with a young, glamorous girlfriend, a woman many describe as Instagram-ready, became a full-blown spectacle after paparazzi captured the pair openly kissing on a Miami beach. While Mauricio had been careful for months to keep his rumored romances private, this very public display of affection was the tipping point. Social media quickly ignited, with fans divided. Some argued Mauricio deserved happiness after decades with Kyle, while others felt his very public PDA was meant to sting his estranged wife. Kyle held that man down for years, one Rhobh fan wrote on X, and now he's acting like a frat boy with a model on South Beach. Gross. Others pushed back, suggesting Kyle's rumored connection with Morgan Wade gave Mauricio a free pass to move on without guilt. But what few expected was the ripple effect Mauricio's new love would have on Kyle, and the sudden reemergence of her friendship with Morgan. Kyle and Morgan, rekindled bond or more. Kyle's connection to country singer Morgan Wade has been one of the most headline-grabbing mysteries of the past year. At first, fans were convinced Kyle's midlife pivot into tattoos, gym selfies, and country music playlists had Morgan's influence written all over it. Then came the music video for Wade's song Fall in Love with Me, which starred Kyle herself in an undeniably flirtatious role. Both women denied a romantic relationship, brushing off speculation as laughable, but the intensity of their friendship was undeniable. Yet, as Mauricio and Kyle's separation made news, Kyle noticeably distanced herself from Morgan, at least publicly. That is, until Mauricio's beach PDA. Days after the picture circulated, Kyle was spotted at Morgan Wade's Nashville show, standing in the wings, singing along like no time had passed. Not only that, but fans caught the two leaving together after the concert, igniting rumors that their pause was officially over. They looked comfortable, like no time had passed, one concertgoer told a gossip outlet. Morgan had her arm around Kyle at one point, and Kyle was laughing in a way we haven't seen her in a long time. The timing didn't go unnoticed. Fans weigh in. This is petty chess. Fans of Rhobh immediately took sides. To some, Kyle's appearance in Nashville seemed like a reclaiming of her independence. To others, it felt like a pointed move, a clapback against Mauricio's new love being flaunted in the press. Kyle is playing chess while Mauricio plays checkers, one fan quipped on Instagram. Another added, "This is petty at its finest. Mauricio shows off his new girl, and Kyle shows up with Morgan. These two are competing for attention instead of focusing on themselves." But not everyone was convinced it was a tit-for-tat response. A softer perspective emerged from viewers who have long rooted for Kyle's happiness. "She looks lighter around Morgan. I don't even care if they're dating or just friends. Kyle deserves joy after everything with Mauricio." The Rhobh lens. What makes this situation so uniquely Rhobh is the way it has blurred the line between reality and storyline. Season after season, Kyle has been positioned as the franchise's emotional center, but the cracks in her marriage have become her most raw arc to date. Producers are reportedly leaning heavily into this love triangle narrative, with cameras already catching Kyle's Nashville trip. And while Kyle has been hesitant to open up fully about her bond with Morgan, insiders suggest the singer's potential cameo on the show hasn't been ruled out. It would be dynamite TV, a Bravo insider teased. Mauricio's PDA with his girlfriend on one side, Kyle exploring this deep bond with Morgan on the other. It's reality TV gold, heartbreaking but unmissable. Kyle's emotional confession. Privately, Kyle has acknowledged how difficult it has been to watch Mauricio move on so publicly. On a recent podcast, she admitted the end of her marriage has left her lost at times and struggling with identity. "When you've been with someone that long, you think you know what your life will look like forever," she confessed. Then suddenly it doesn't, and you're forced to figure out who you are all over again. That vulnerability has only deepened the speculation about Morgan's role in her healing journey. Whether their connection is romantic or platonic, it's clear Kyle finds in Morgan a space where she can be unapologetically herself. What happens next? The question remains, where does this leave Kyle, Mauricio, and Morgan in the grand scheme of things? Mauricio appears content leaning into his new chapter, no matter how public or controversial it may be. Kyle, on the other hand, seems to be dancing between reclaiming her independence and showing Mauricio she's not the only one with options. As for Morgan, her Nashville shows may soon become the stage for more than just country music. They could become the backdrop for one of the juiciest Bravo subplots of all time. What fans know for sure is this: whether Kyle and Morgan are truly back together or simply close friends reconnecting, the timing of their reunion couldn't be more suspicious. Conclusion: a story still being written. At its core, this saga isn't just about Kyle, Mauricio, or Morgan. It's about a family unraveling under the spotlight, and a woman redefining herself after decades of being someone's wife. If Mauricio's PDA was meant to mark a new beginning, Kyle's Nashville appearance signaled that she, too, is carving out her own path, with or without the label of a new relationship. For now, fans will have to keep watching, scrolling, and speculating. But one thing is certain: the Beverly Hills drama has reached a new peak, and Kyle Richards is standing at the center, once again proving why she's the ultimate queen of the diamonds.